Hi, my name is Shivan. I'm 22 years old and I am a first-time founder living in Cape Town, South Africa. To give you some context, I have never built anything before. I never founded anything before. I've never built a software before, which is what I'm doing right now. But I'm going to be documenting everything basically. So you may ask, what's the goal of all of this? Well, to be very blunt with it, I'm just tired of all the bullshit. When I was going through this at the very beginning, when I had an idea and I wanted to execute on it, there was nothing there. There was no one that could help me with actual physical steps and none of this bullshit 6 a.m. wake up at 4 a.m. and do this whole morning routine and get success in your day. Like those weren't realistic to me. I needed something practical and something that I could do. So that is the purpose of this. I want to be practical with what I upload, with what I show to you, with what I tell you. These are all real things that I've experienced that I would have really benefited from if I knew this 2 years ago when I first started out. Because there's just so much, apart from the misinformation that's out there, there's also just there's an overload of information. Especially looking at this in a South African context, there's not a lot of South African entrepreneurs who are posting content and things in this type of manner, I think. Or maybe they are now. But when I was looking back then, there wasn't any. Don't call me out on anything. But that's the whole point of this. I want to give you something authentic, something different, something that you can physically watch and be like, oh shit, okay, maybe I won't do that because he did that. Or maybe I should do that because he did that. Physical, real things that can get you somewhere in your business, in your entrepreneurial journey. And look, I'm 22, right? So I don't know everything as well. I'm going to be learning and you're going to be learning basically with me. So to give you some context, so that I'm not full of shit and I'm not just going to take you for a ride. I do have some experience in this industry. I am a first-time founder. I'm in the software space and we've been building now for about a year and a half. We've got out an MVP that's doing pretty well, getting some traction on it, but still nothing spectacular, nothing to write home about. But that's the whole point of this, is that I'm going to learn and then you're going to learn as well. So some pretty exciting stuff. So yeah, the goal is to make this something impactful, not just for me to look back on one day, but for you, whoever, the 3 people that are watching this, to look back and be like, oh, okay, this was actually quite interesting. This was something that I might watch one day, or this is something that I could find valuable, or this is something that I could learn from now that he already learned from before. I'm sounding like a poet, please. To keep it completely honest with you, I don't know everything. And I'm going to say that repeatedly, but I'm going to learn and you're going to learn with me. And I think that's quite cool. And besides all of that, besides all of my failures and whatever I learn and all of my success that will happen, this is also there's two things happening. One, accountability. By me posting and showing you guys what I'm doing, it keeps me accountable to continue doing what I'm doing because it's tough. Like this shit is not easy. So yeah, that it helps a lot with that. The second thing is that you're not just going to be listening to me. I'm in Cape Town and there are hundreds of brilliant entrepreneurs and founders that are out here that I'm going to be basically getting together and chatting to. Like, wow, I'm starting a podcast. Not really, it's not a podcast. But I'm just going to chat and I want you to be a part of the conversation. Think of it as a date and you're the third wheel, right? Still very interesting. So I'm going to be doing that with a whole lot of other successful entrepreneurs that are further than me in my journey. So hopefully I can learn from them and then, you as well. Cool. It's not going to be anything insane. It's not going to be these crazy edits. If you're expecting these intros and outros with a VG playing in the background, it's not going to be that. But what it is going to be, it's going to be real. It's going to be documentative and it's going to be just raw footage, emotion, feelings, disgust, anger, everything. It's going to be the actual way it is to be as a founder, which I don't think a lot of people talk about. And if they do, then they do sugarcoat it a lot because I had no idea it was this difficult when I started 2 years ago. So I'm gonna clear this up right now. And if this is the only video you watch of mine, then that's cool. Let me just get this out. If you think that you're gonna build something really cool and massive, and it's gonna take off, and it's gonna get sold, and you're gonna be a millionaire in the next 6 months, you're full of shit. And it's not gonna work. That's just not how it works. Building anything is really difficult. Building a business is even more difficult, and building a business without any experience is almost impossible. But it's not impossible, which is cool. So yeah, that's basically what this is going to be about. I'm going to just document everything, and I'm going to show you all the highs, all the lows, the success, the failures, the in-betweens, and also you're going to be learning about me, which I think is pretty fun. So if you've watched the whole long spiel that I've just uploaded now, and you are interested, just check in every now and again. Even if you don't follow, even if you don't subscribe or do any of that, that's not the point. The point is just learn, or try to learn, or learn with me, because I'm in exactly the same position as you. I'm just documenting it. And I think it'd be something cool to share this journey with a lot of people. So yeah, that's my first video. Cheers. Imagine a cool outro just appearing right now. And yeah, cheers.